press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to your social studies class. We have been discussing about law, right? So we have even discussed how important law is, right? So the previous chapter that we did discuss, so it was related to law itself, right? So who makes laws, okay, like understanding laws. Then we did discuss about your judiciary. So while discussing about judiciary, we got to know that who is the person who punishes the person who has done the wrong, right? Okay. So today let us know something more about law itself. Okay, let me tell you one story or say one situation. Keep that thing in your mind and answer me at the end, like maybe once you see the this particular video, or probably you can answer me through your WhatsApp. Okay. So now imagine, or this is the story actually, this is what it had happened a few years later, before we got this juvenile justice. Now there was a family wherein husband and wife and a kid. Okay, there were 3 members in a family. That family was very poor. They were from very poor family. Now, what used to happen? These people, they used to depend upon the daily wages. Okay, they used to depend upon the daily wages, and they used to totally like they were depending upon that amount itself, whatever they used to get on the daily basis, whatever wages, maybe they used to go for the construction work and all, and whatever they used to receive for that day, that would be that was the amount they would use. Now this was the situation of their family. Now imagine or understand what would be the situation of a particular person who is in such a family wherein getting everyday meal is difficult. Okay, getting meal for a day goes difficult. In that, what used to happen? The husband, okay, or say the head of the family, the father, he used to always come drunk. Okay, he was a drunkard. He used to drink a lot of alcohol. Okay, he used to drink a lot of alcohol, and he used to come home, he used to beat his wife. This was the situation. Every day, the boy, the small boy of 7 years, he used to see this daily. He used to feel very bad, because whenever he used to go to save his mother, his father did even beat him. This was the situation. Every day this was getting repeated almost a year. Right from when he was 6 years old, the same thing happened. When he was 7 years old, same thing happened. So that was happening, that was continuously repeating. Every day he saw that his father used to come home, okay, drunk, totally drunk, okay, and after coming he used to beat his wife, nothing but the child's mother. One fine day, the child was very much disturbed. Every day he saw the same thing, and one day it was to the extreme. He couldn't sustain it, he couldn't take it so easily. So what did he do? He took up a knife and he killed his father. Let me tell you, this has actually happened, okay? And see, this is a common thing. Nowadays, most of the children what they are doing, seeing YouTube channels or say seeing this and those criminal or say crime related stories and all they watch, and they are trying all these things. Please students, you people don't do or don't get into these things. Okay, let me be clear. As the lesson is related to criminal justice or say crime, I had to tell you this so that you can make out the difference between the crime, criminal or say the juvenile crime. Okay, so these differences you have to understand. That's the reason I am telling you. Okay, please, again I am repeating, don't get influenced with all these things. Okay, yes. Now, he took a knife, he killed his father because he was fed up. The child was totally fed up because every day he used to see that his mother was beaten up and she used to feel the pain, and he couldn't see his mother being in pain. So finally, one fine day, he killed his father. He did not know what actually he was doing. He really did not know what actually he was doing. So he committed that crime. Now, the question here is whether the child must be punished. Whether the child must be punished. If yes, why can't he be saved? For what he should be punished? Whether he has put an end for one of the crime that used to take place every day, or for the crime that he has committed, for what he has to be punished. Now, whether the action taken by the child is correct or whether it is wrong. So, who decides this? Is it the police who actually takes up the cases, who actually takes the person who has done such crime or say the criminal into his custody? Whether he is the person who really punishes? If not, then who? Okay, so these are the few things. Keep in your mind. Now the child has done a crime. Okay, he has done. No doubt he has killed his father. Now he has done a crime there. But under what situation he has done it? Whether that should be considered? Now, if that is considered, then he should be set free. But he has done a crime there. So should he be punished? These are the few questions. Now, when can you say that, when can you say that he has done a crime? What actually is a crime? Now, crime is nothing but violation of law. Now, even in civil, we call something as civil wrong and something we call it as criminal wrong. Then, even in civil law, like there are certain rights what are violated. Okay, law, if you have violated, then definitely you will be punished, right? See, when it comes to civil law, I have already discussed with you people. So, when it comes to civil law, it is not the punishment in suppose like it is always the monetary punishment what they receive. Punishment in the sense like it is a compensation what they have to pay there. But when it comes to the crime, when it comes to the crime, punishment is the main thing. So let us know what actually is crime. See, crime is an action or omission which constitutes an offence and is punished by law. Okay? So when it comes to a crime, it is an unlawful act which is punishable by the state or any such authority. Okay? So when it comes to this, crime is nothing but in the ordinary meaning. If at all I have to give a general or ordinary meaning, it is nothing but the person violates the law, he has done some unlawful act. What is this unlawful act and why do we call it as unlawful? Yes, Unlawful because something that is not lawful in nature, something which law does not accept, something that is not like valid or legal, okay, in nature. So those things are called as unlawful in nature. So when it comes to the crime, what is a crime? Crime is nothing but an unlawful action done by one particular person towards another person, causing him an injury. Okay, injury, nothing but his rights are violated. With that, there are damages. It may be physical damage or mental damage. Now, you saw one situation, right? Okay. Let me tell you another thing. One person, he is a thief. So every day he chooses one house to rob, okay, to cause theft. He goes there, he takes up all the things that are valuable in nature and he used to run away from there. This was almost a month he did do. One fine day, police caught him, or say one family did catch hold of him. Now he was maybe 21, 22 years, okay, well educated, that too, well educated. Take it from me, he was well educated. Now what he has done is, he has committed the crime here, theft, right? He has been entering house without permission and taking away valuable things. He has done the crime, he has committed a crime there. But yes, when he was caught, he said that he did not do it purposely. He has been searching for a job. He has not got any job. Okay, he did not get any job. That's the reason, to survive himself or to take care of his family, he has done this. Now again, under what situation he has done matters here. Whether that is correct, only because you are unemployed, is it correct that you go and cause problem to somebody else? Theft. Do you remember there was one famous one particular crime, okay, that took place a few years ago in Amravati, nearby Harihar. Okay, there they had come, okay, they had come to cause theft. They killed the person, nothing but the head of the family. They killed him and even his wife. The son ran away from there and he is still alive and is taking care of the rest of the things, it seems. That is different. But when these things took place, who took the actions? Who is the person who will be held responsible for all these things? Now only because the person is unemployed, can he cause or can he do such a crime? Will he not be called as criminal here? Definitely he will be called as a criminal, because only because you are unemployed does not mean you should do or you should cause such a harm to another person, right? It is the crime is considered to be the harm against the society, the public. It is not about only one family or one person. You are causing problem to the whole society. The whole society would start feeling that they will be having fear. No person can sleep very well when they have heard all these things. Right? Am I right? Yes. So crime. What is a crime? So crime is nothing but an unlawful act which is punishable in nature. If a person does such an act which is not acceptable under law, So then what it has to be? Something that is favorable, something that is acceptable under law, then definitely it is not a crime. So unlawful, something which is illegal in nature, something which is not legal in nature. So those things, if at all a person does, murder, theft, robbery, right, conspiracy, abatement, even suicide for that matter, even that is a crime. If suppose a person tries killing himself and if he is alive, okay, then definitely he is punished. Okay, see, nav, that is there is no, not like you cannot say that there is some exact definition. You can just tell that yes, unlawful in nature, something that is unlawful, and definitely it is like the person who does it will be called as a criminal here. The person who does such a crime will be called as a criminal. Then why? What is justice? See, when it comes to the justice, justice is nothing but, in Kannada we call it as nyaya. So justice is something that is just and favorable in nature. So something that is just and favorable. So it is nothing but the moral rightness based upon ethics, rationality, law, okay, relation, equity and fairness. Something that is fair in nature, something that is reasonable in nature. So criminal justice, okay, nav. So that is justice actually. Justice is nothing but giving some fair opinion or giving some fair decision. Okay, so justice for whatever crime they have done. See, now when I said, I gave you the situation here. So when situation arises, we have to understand under what situation so and so thing has happened. Whether that is correct, okay, whether the crime done under such an act, whether that is correct, if not, how it has to be handled, what punishment has to be given. Okay, so all those things will be decided. But is it like the police decides all those things? Definitely not. So who decides it? To understand that, we have to understand our criminal justice system. We have a system here. We have a system, okay, which makes us understand how the criminal justice works. On what basis the justice is given. On what basis the problems, the crimes are solved. And nowadays the crimes are rising. It is increasing. What is the reason behind? You daily, once you open this newspaper, every day you can see, right? So and so many murders, right? So and so person. Very recently, now you can see Sushant Singh Rajput's case, right? So whether that is a murder or whether that is a suicide. So this is still going on. One or the other crime you can see, right? So and so person has done, like you have theft, robbery, right? Conspiracy, he has been indulging into conspiracy, drug mafia, right? So all those things, every day in newspaper you keep seeing these things. So who punishes them? Who is the person who really punishes? Whether it is police? No, it is not police. So then who? To understand that, we have to understand this particular chapter, that is understanding our criminal justice system. In this particular chapter, we will be learning the difference between police, okay, who is police, what are his responsibilities are, okay, who is the person who really punishes the criminal and how he is punished, on what basis he will be punished. Okay. Apart from that, we will know, we will understand what actually happens, what is exactly the criminal justice system, whether there is a particular system that has to be followed, is there any particular procedure. Today, if at all a person is being taken into custody, tomorrow will they punish him? Or today a person has been taken into custody, whether the person can be just taken into custody and left like that itself without taking any action, whether that is the right thing. So all these things, to understand all these things, we have to know criminal justice system. So what is this criminal justice system? So when it comes to criminal justice system, it is the delivery of justice to those who have committed the crime. Now see, it can be rehabilitation, it can be any punishment, fine, or say imprisonment. So it can be anything, it can be anything. But how do they decide it? Now when I said a child every day, almost a year, he has seen that his father comes and beats his mother like anything and tortures her like anything. Okay, he is been seeing this, and one fine day he himself takes an action. So now he has some background, right? He has gone through some problem there. He has been seeing his mother is like, she is facing the problem there. So on that basis he has done some crime. Can he be punished, or should he be taken into some rehab center because his mind is totally like disturbed? So what has to be done? So justice, fair decision, okay, something that is fair and reasonable. So any person, any criminal, whosoever has done a crime, he is having a story. Always remember, few people, they do have the fake stories, that is different. But there are few people who really have gone through certain problems, okay, and they have taken some extreme step. No doubt they have done wrong, but again their situation has to be. Now another example. A person has come to kill X, okay. Some person has come to kill X. Now X is in his home. He understands that some person has come to kill him. What he does, so when he enters to defend himself, to save himself, X, okay, Y has come to kill X. Now X, when Y comes in front of him, X knows that he has something to kill X. Okay, he is holding whether knife or a gun or whatever it is, he is having something so that he may kill X. To defend, to save himself, X kills Y. Okay, X kills Y. Now, can we punish X? Can we punish X? If we have to punish, should we know this system? Is it important to know the system here? Okay, so this is one thing. I'll tell you one story which is given in your textbook itself. Okay, there is a person like, okay, see, her name is Shanti here. So now what has happened is, there is a family, husband and wife, they are staying in a flat, okay. So there they are having one of the maid who works for them. From many years she is working. So one day what happens, they want to go, the family, okay, this Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, okay, it is from Mumbai. So Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, they stay in an apartment, and they want to attend some function, and they are getting ready. Now Mrs. Shinde while she wanted to go out for a marriage. So what happened, she needed some gold chain, and now she is searching in the place wherein she used to keep always the gold chain and all. Now she finds that the gold chain is missing. Okay, Mrs. Shinde does not get it. She searches every possible place, and after that she gets to know that it is missing. She tells the same to her husband. Husband asks her, hurry up, we are getting late to the wedding. Now she tells, I'm sorry, like I can't find the gold ring, okay, it is missing. Now like she tells, maybe the maid has stolen it. Okay, now there is a suspicion. What is suspicion? Okay, what is the suspicion? So, suspicious, something, suspicion, or say suspicious, okay, doubt, a doubt. So, what happens, see, at your place, if somebody takes away something, whom do you suspect? The suspicious, something suspected. So, whosoever had entered the room when you were, or say when you were around, or probably you had seen that person entering. After that, some article goes missing at your place. So, you doubt on that particular person, right? Suspicious, doubtful. So, here also this Mrs. Shinde, she suspects the maid might have taken it. Okay, she feels that okay, the maid might have taken the gold chain. She asks the same. Okay, she calls up, Shanti, come here, and she checks. She asks like, have you taken, have you seen? So Shanti tells, no ma'am, I haven't stolen it. So they take out her trunk, okay, which is been used by Shanti. She keeps her like all the stuffs and all in that trunk itself. So they remove it and they check it. Now after checking, they find one of the packet wherein 10,000 rupees is found. So seeing that, they are suspect, okay, like the suspicion increases. So yes, now this lady herself has stolen it. She has, as it is a stolen property, she has just given it at whatever price they have taken, and maybe that is the money she is hiding it here. But what Shanti tells, she tells, madam, sorry, this is not whatever you are thinking, that is totally wrong. This is just the amount that me and my brother are saving from years together, so that we can use it, okay, for our to buy a bull in our village. They want to, Shanti wants to buy a bull. Okay, so she tells the same thing, madam, like don't take me wrong, but the amount whatever you have seen now, it is from my, it is a hard earned money and I have not stolen it. Me and my brother want to purchase a bull in our village, that is the reason I am keeping it. Next, Mr. Shinde like comes to the police station and he lodges a complaint. What he says, I have come here to file FIR. Now there is again a question mark. What is a FIR? I'll let you know that about it further. Okay, it is just keep in mind, it is first information report. Now he files a complaint. Okay, now that is FIR is registered, then the charge sheet is done, like all the charge sheet and all. Whatever terms I have come now, okay, like all the terms, I'll be dealing with that, don't worry. I just want you people to know what exactly happens sometimes. So now the investigation goes on and finally like they feel that yes, this lady. So what the police does, he takes that lady Shanti in his custody, police custody, and again even the packet is being sealed and kept as an evidence. Okay, and once the trial, she pleads, she says that I plead no guilt. Okay, I have done nothing, I have been a clean chit and the amount whatever he has kept or the police has sealed is my hard earned money. Okay. So she tells it, but nobody listens to. Her brother, okay, Shanti's brother also comes there, and even he tells the same, that it is hard earned money and how do we afford a lawyer and all. So the police tells, no, you take a bail and you can let her take to your house. But he tells, who will be the lawyer for us? I cannot afford any lawyer. So what the police does? He takes even her brother, Shanti's brother, into his custody. He beats him, he tortures him, everything. Like these things do happen. Now all this trial and all, they do examination. Okay, during the trial the cross examination and all is done. Examination in chief is done. And finally, okay, finally the decision is given by the judge. The judge tells that Shanti is clean chit because the robbery, there is a group wherein even Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's son is also involved there. Okay, there is a group of the robbers who actually robbed, okay, and this is happening in the apartment itself, it is happening, and the police was in search of that. He thought that it is Shanti, but yes, after the investigation, now they have come to know that there is some other group who has stolen the chain. Now, she is being acquitted. Okay, the judgment is given that Shanti is clean chit, she is acquitted. Now, imagine if Shinde was some minister or some person who is having good influence and all. Okay, if at all he had some influence, or maybe he was rich enough. What if, I am telling, okay, I am just giving you an example. What if he would give or he would corrupt the judge? I am not against anybody here, okay, I am not against anybody, I am just making you people to brainstorm. Okay, let your brain also work, no? Yes. What if the person, okay, this Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, they had some influence, or maybe like because again their son is involved, right? So to save their son, what if they would make, there was 100% chance, right? Because this Shanti, she had kept 10,000 in her pocket. Okay, that was hard earned money, no doubt. But again, when she had kept it, that was under suspicion itself, right? That was something very suspicious. And now, if at all Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, they would corrupt the police, saying that please don't give any statement against our son. Okay, say that no, this Shanti herself has done all the crime, do something and save our son. What if this would have happened? Is it correct? Do you think so? This is right? No, right? So that is not the justice. So justice is something that has to be fair enough. That should be fair in nature. So whenever we say justice, whether it is criminal justice or civil justice does not matter. Let me be clear. The judgment, okay, the final judgment given by the judges, it totally depends upon the evidences. See, this is totally law. You have to know each and every smallest of the small meaning here. See, let me start with the unit, okay, like at least the introduction. See here what happens. Have you ever violated law? Have you ever tried to violate law? Why do you think that people get scared to violate the law? Because if you are violating the law, then you will be considered as a criminal here. You will be considered as a criminal and definitely will be punished. So if at all you are causing any unlawful act, okay, if you are causing any unlawful act or you are going against the law, then definitely you will be punishable. You will be punished. So that is the reason. See, let me be clear with these things. I will tell you each and every term, need not worry about that. You have to learn these things. With this chapter, you will be learning many things. See, now you have understood what is crime. It is an unlawful act, something that is unlawful in nature, which is punishable in nature actually. If at all you are doing that act, you will be punished. And justice is something which is fair and reasonable. Excuse me. Now, as I told you, Shanti was said to be clean chit. There is again certain things which I have not dealt with, because with the meanings, if you understand the meaning, then only I can tell, because there are certain things like examination in chief, cross examination, trial they say. So you have to understand all these terms, then only you can understand, okay, the whole thing, that is the criminal justice system in a right manner. You remember we had discussed about the court system, right? We have discussed about court system, right? We know exactly the courts enough, right? So the criminal courts, when it comes to the criminal courts, these criminal, like what I can say, whenever justice should be given to a criminal, okay, justice. See, every person cannot be considered as a criminal. Every person is not a clean chit. So if at all the person, see, until and unless a person's guilt is proved, okay, that person is considered to be very, very innocent. Okay, the person is considered to be innocent. And always remember, no innocent can be punished. Okay, so whenever they say one innocent, okay, one innocent should, like, see, 1,000 criminals can be punished, but one innocent should always be saved. So innocent cannot be punished. So that is what they consider. Unless and until the person's guilt is proved, the person is considered to be very innocent. So you will have to learn. See, dear students, in this chapter, the main thing what you have to learn is the criminal justice system, how they handle it. What happens when a police arrests a person? What is arrest? What is FIR? What is trial? Who is an accused? Who is a convict? Okay? Who is called as a public prosecutor? Who is a judge? Who is a police? Why we have to depend upon police? What are his responsibilities? What Article 22 speaks all about? Is there anything that we have to rely upon? Apart from that, we have to learn about examination in chief, cross-examination, re-examination. Okay, these are the terms that comes under criminal justice system, and we have to be thorough just to understand the whole thing, how it works. So this chapter is dealing with that itself. So this was something a base actually. Now the stories, okay, whatever I have said, please keep in mind, so that at the end we will discuss about it. Okay. So dear students, for today it is like, I guess the basic is enough. Okay. Still we have to undergo, like we have to learn many things that is different. But if at all I start with the law, definitely it would be boring for you, first thing. And second thing, we will not be able to finish the chapter anytime, because law is something like huge thing. It is a very vast thing. Okay. So that's the reason it won't be a fair thing. So with the time constraint, because of the time constraint, let me wind up here itself for today. Again we'll meet up and discuss the further things very soon. Thank you so much, dear students. Have a great time.